All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here with a new, I don't know if you want to call it episode or whatever. Uh, this is really rough. We're still trying to get all this together, but session of the It's Me Technical Solutions Center. This is where we do classes, or at least that's what I used to call my classes that I used to do. So now that we're doing them online, I think we're going to hold on to that name. But okay, to dive right into it, what we have is a uh, set of documents, right? And we're going to digitize these documents, or at least one of them, live. And then we're going to find out what's the best way to implement that form on a website. So this is just to kind of bring you through my process and how I figure things out. Because a lot of people always ask me, or through conversation, they'll find out that I didn't go to school. Like how do you know all this stuff and how do you figure out all this stuff and you didn't go to school for it? So I'm gonna bring you through my creative process and how I figure things out. So this particular session will be on how to digitize a form or paper, right? And how to get that form or paper onto a website. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, now the first thing is I had my wife load the form into the computer by scanning it in. So we're going to go to Google Drive because that's where I had her put it. And here it is. So I'm going to just go ahead and, do I need to I don't need to download it. I could download it, but I don't think we need to. We can just go ahead and open it up. All right. So this is our form. Okay. Now, it is technically in a digital form right now, but the problem is we can't just type in our information. Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry. By the way, y'all, I have a guest with me, Jared Collins. He's my brother, and he's also training. So if you hear another voice, that's probably who you're going to hear. He's also here to basically ask questions and stuff like that. But if you all have questions on, any of today's topic, feel free to type them in the comments. All right. So as you can see here, we have our scanned document. It's in PDF format. But what you'll notice is we can't just click and type, right? We can't just fill in these lines, and that's a problem. Now it'd be easy to just print this document out, have the people sign it. But two things, right? It gets to be pretty tedious, I guess, if you will, having to worry about paperwork, especially in a time of, everything being digital and you don't have to. So I try to alleviate as much work on people as I can. Sometimes that comes through just general conversation and, just hearing about what they have to do on a daily basis. So, and it comes just like this one happened. We were having a conversation about some of the things that she needs to do. She had a call and, she told the person, hey, you can come in and fill out this form. And I'm like, they got to come in to fill out a form. Wait a minute. We built you a website. Why don't we have people fill this out through the website? And she was like, okay, how would that work? Okay, so that's kind of what we're going through right now. So number one is we have to come up with a digital way for them to fill this out. Now, the problem with a PDF is you have to have Adobe Acrobat Pro to edit PDFs. Not everybody has that program. And it's going to be the same thing for like a Microsoft Word, which comes with the Microsoft Office 365 suite. You're going to have that particular application, and everybody may or may not have that. So I'm thinking one of two ways here. Now, Adobe does have a way that you can fill out forms. So we're going to have to look into that as well as possibly maybe doing a Google form to represent uh, this. Hmm. Now the question becomes which one is going to best fit what we're looking for. All right. So since we have our form, I'm just going to move this off screen for now. Let's start off with Google Forms. So I've heard of Google Forms. I've dealt with it a little bit in the past, but they're kind of limited on some of what they can do. Okay, free online surveys for personal use. We're not really worried about that. Let's go to Google Forms, sign in. Okay, here we go. Now here are some forms and stuff we've created in the past. Eh. So see, we can do this, but I'm not entirely ecstatic about just the layout of everything, right? Mm, yeah, not too happy on the layout of this. So I don't necessarily know that I'm going to go with Google Forms. Let's just kind of keep that on the back burner right now and go look at the Adobe. Because I know initially I said you shouldn't go with Adobe because um people would have to have the Adobe Pro, but I'm kind of rethinking that. I don't think you have to have it. I think there's a way that you can make it to where people who don't have the program can actually access it. Not to mention, I can get the document looking pretty much like the document. But the first step is going to be recreating that document. So I am going to reopen it up in Google Drive. Now I have two screens. So this is the screen that you all can see. There's another screen that you can't. So I'm just going to leave this screen up, but it's going to be over on the other side. So you all won't be able to see it, but I'll be able to see it. Well, let's see. Maybe I can do this. All right. And then now, what do we want? Do we want to do this in Word or something like this? I'm really thinking about going with Microsoft Excel. Yep, I'm thinking Excel. So let's go ahead and do that. Do a blank workbook. All right. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go to File, Print, and I'm not actually going to print anything because this document is blank, but what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to see where my margins are. And see that little dotted line that tells me where my margin is. All right. So let's see here. All right, guess we'll just go ahead and jump in. So now it'd be nice if I could, Yep, it's not gonna let me do it. See, and that's the problem with the scan. It's not gonna let me just copy and paste off of this, which sucks. So we're gonna have to type all that in. And I am not the best typer, so bear with me. All right. All right. So we have our heading, and we're just gonna go ahead and why is this so big? I don't even need this. Close that out. Okay, now let's go ahead and we want to make this centered. So I'm gonna select cell A1 through J1, and I'm looking for our merge and center tool. I'm gonna click that, so that merges and centers that little section there, and we're gonna do it for all three sections, right? So merge and center, merge and center. All right, so that's looking good there. Now they have a line. I don't necessarily know that we need that, but we can go ahead and put it anyway. So let's go ahead and take this, and I may come and move that later, but for right now, we'll go ahead and keep it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to our border tool, and if you click the arrow next to it, you'll get options, and that goes to any of these. If you click the little arrow, it'll give you some different options. But what we're looking at is the bottom border, and then if we select it, right? Now we have our line, and if you just want to see what that looks like in a preview, you come to print, and you can see the print preview right here. And that kind of looks like, our top page. Now I see that Corpus Christi other name is bolded, so we'll go back and do that. And we can just Control B, I believe, is bold. Or you could have just hit the button right up here. All right. Nah, honey, you're fine. Like, just do whatever you're gonna do. Like, I don't have one of them glamorous setups, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. My wife is she's got to do some stuff for her hair. I'm like, go ahead, get it done. It'll be a Excel and hair tutorial all in one. All right. So let's see. We got our line. So then the first thing is family information. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put that in line A6, right? And as you can tell, it's going to bleed, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. We'll deal with that later. I don't know if it's going to be an issue or not for right now, so I'm not going to make it an issue. And what I mean by that is basically I can double click and you see cell A extended to fit the wording. But I'm gonna undo because I don't necessarily know that that's going to be an issue just yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now, what I am going to do is make that bold by pressing Control B, and that's B as in Bravo. And you can also find the shortcuts just by hovering over the icon, and it'll tell you, see, bold, Control B. I just happen to do a lot of this stuff. So, all right. So, what do we have? We have last name. All right. We have. Huh. Okay, that's weird how they got it. I was looking for first name, but oh well. We'll just follow what they have. Family email. Okay. Home phone. All right. Now, the next thing I want to do is kind of just find a medium. Let's see how long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5. So that'll be about halfway. Yeah, I can see we're probably going to have to go smaller on some of the fonts, but we'll come back to that. All right. And one of the things that you'll notice is that they're pushing the margins on the page. Like that's not a standard margin that's going all the way wide. So if we come to page layout and come to margins, we can go with a narrow margin, and that's going to push. See that push that out from J to K. So we're going to have to go and make some corrections. So I'll make those corrections now. So come back, right, unmerge, and then I'm gonna hold shift and press the right arrow, which is going to add K, and then I'm going to remerge. So again, I'm going to press the merge button, which is going to unmerge this. I'm going to hold shift, press the right arrow, which is going to include K, and I'm going to remerge. One more time, I'm going to select that one. We're going to unmerge. We're going to hold shift, press the right arrow key, and we're going to remerge. All right, and then we're going to select the K because as of right now, they don't have the line. The line doesn't extend the K. I'm going to go ahead and press that bottom border button, and that's going to bring that line all the way out. All right, so that's fixed. All right, so now we had 10, but now I'm assuming we have 11. So let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is fine. So I'm going to go halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can start from right there. All right. And now we'll do.
So that I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That line right there, that determine how long your page gonna be.
yeah. The dotted line is where your page break or page margin is going to be.
Gotcha.
Envelope number. All right. Oh, and by the way, I was just thinking, if you do you have TeamViewer on that computer? Because I can actually let you log in and do some of this if you want to. Mailing name and emergency phone.
You said I gotta download TeamViewer.
Yeah, I thought we downloaded it on that computer. Oh, we got a quick client call. Hey, Todd, what's up? Hello? Hello, hello. I tell you, these phone calls been terrible lately. Anyway, okay, emergency. I'm sorry, emergency phone. Yeah, but if you don't have TeamViewer on there, you can download it. Just make sure to select the free option.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. and I'm actually probably going to be purchasing them. I'm looking between the uh, team viewer and log me in options. I'm trying to see who has the best option for that and financial, like the system. Both of them will work in their remote options, right? But I'm trying to see which one I guess is price will be better. Now, I made a mistake and messed up. I put one on what is it? G5. I should have started on G6. So I'm gonna cut. What you see those marching ants? That means I did a cut. So I went to the top one, is G5. Press Shift, down arrow. That selected all of them, and then I did a Control X, which is cut. So now I'm gonna come down to G6, and I'm gonna do Control V as in Victor, because that's paste. And as you can see, it has moved those options down. And again, uh, just not paying attention. Need to go down one more. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Go down one, Shift, Control X, go down one more, Control V. And the reason I did that because it was on the line of family information. That is our title. We don't want it to be that, right? And I may actually go ahead, instead of having this line up here, just add a line. Actually, yeah, let me do that because I think that'll just make it look a little bit neater. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to give it a bottom border. So yeah, I may go ahead and take that top border out. All right. So what's next? Address information. So we'll skip a line. When you're doing team viewers, since this is like personal, I guess, make sure you select personal use.
I did business and personal.
Oh, well, yeah, they may only let you use it for temporarily, but I'm gonna be buying one of them in a little bit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like literally before the end of this week, I'll.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, sorry, address.
All right, I got it.
Okay. All right, I am going to text you because I don't want nobody else remoting in my computer. The ID and password that you need to connect to. Oh, move that. Amazing, funny. All right. All right, y'all. Just bear with me. I'm just getting him the information. Okay. All right. So if you punch that information in the control remote computer, it should come up. All right. So we have address information. So we're going to do address 1. Nope, I don't want address information. Address 1. Okay, now because I want address 2, if I drag this down, anything that's sequential meaning like month, weeks, anything like that. You'll notice there's this little dot here. So like this is address one. If I want to address two, I can cheat by grabbing this little dot, dragging it down, and see it's going to put address two. Now the problem is we need a little bit of spacing, and I didn't think about that. So I'm probably going to have to space that out. Yeah, for right now, let me go ahead and I just don't know if that's going to push our. We'll come back to that. If we need the space, we'll come back to that. So we got address one, address two, because I'm kind of mixing thoughts in my head. I'm thinking like they're going to be filling this out, but no, we're going to be filling out digitally, so it doesn't matter,
Do I
which
have to
means that
put these dashes or just write the number all the way out?
no dashes. Just put in the number.
So that's not a space between the first number and the second.
Nah, don't put any spaces. Just
All
put the
right.
numbers in.
All right.
All right. So now we have city. I'm gonna tab. I'm gonna say state. All right. And then 1, 2, 3. What's the next one? Zip slash postal. All right. Now you're in, so be careful because you can take over.
Mess something up. I ain't
Well, you're not messing nothing up. I'm just saying if you're
gonna,
messing with the mouse and stuff, like it's gonna affect mine.
unless
Oh,
I'm on my computer.
yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. So let me minimize this.
Okay. Just for my information, I'm gonna put a marker because I keep getting lost on what's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F is gonna be our middle. I'm gonna just change this. If you select the letter, it'll select the whole row or column in this case. Just like if you come over here and you select the number, it'll select the row. So letter, column, row, number. But we want to select row F, and this is just so we can know where our middle is. And I'm gonna color it just with a gray so we know where the middle is. And I'll take that off at the end. Okay, so we got city, 1, 2. I really would like that to be even. Hmm. Um. Okay, I'm probably going to move state over one. Control X and Control V. All right, and okay, now these are going to get a little bit tricky. All right, I'm just trying to think of how we're gonna tackle these because I could do. Let's see. Publish. All right, so we have that there, and then what we would do, I don't think the page is available by default. I think you have to enable it, which I may just have to Google that. I want to say it's normally on the develop tab, but I'm looking for a little checkbox. All right, so here's one of those situations. I've done it in the past, but I don't really remember it. So we're going to do a Google search. How to enable development tab in Excel, right? Microsoft Excel's 2013. I think it's going to be pretty similar. If it doesn't seem to be, then we'll go and look for something else, but it should be pretty much the same. The customize ribbon option on the left. Okay, so they say go to File, Options, Customize ribbon. Okay, and we want to select the Developer tab, right? And just like that, there's the Developer tab. Okay, now, whew, so much has changed in this latest version. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more challenging. What I'm looking for is a little, yeah, TeamViewer kicked you out. Okay, well, he'll be back. All right. So we're looking for the little square that you can fill in. There we go. Form controls. And we want the checkbox. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to put that here. Now we don't actually need a name, so I'm just going to take that out. Now the question becomes, okay, so you right click it to move it. Okay. Want to try to make it as perfect as I can. Or just in the middle, if you will, is what I'm trying to get it to do. They don't have a center like everything else does, so that's close to perfect. All right, so there we are. So we got that. We can get back to our work. Um, Publish phone. Yeah, that all that's not gonna fit.
I gotta enter your password again.
Yeah,
Why kick me out like that?
Because you didn't select for home use, you select for business, and for business they only give you a few minutes to be on. You don't really have to do that. Like I said, unless you just want to take over and try to do the sheet. But I'll have the actual version soon anyway. So because I think TeamViewer is the one I'm gonna probably get, just because it's a little bit cheaper. It's about 600,
So go back and do well. They know this computer now,
pretty much.
so they're not gonna.
Yep, you're stuck. I mean, you could type it in and see how long it lasts. I don't know how long they're gonna give you, but all right, publish address. Now the problem, y'all, which y'all can see is they have publish phone, publish address. They have all these different options, but I don't think we're gonna have enough space for that. Let me see if I change the font down to 10. Um, okay, we're gonna have to figure out how to work that one. Now we might have to go 2 lines and just kind of adjust that. Yeah, we may have to take up 2 lines. Because for this, we need to move over, right? Because we need a square. So what's that? Developer, insert. We're gonna delete the little text that comes with it. And again, now since we're gonna do 2 lines, I'm gonna go back and just make this a normal font. All right, so we got what? 1, 2. We need publish email. What is there? Yeah, we'll just go to the other line. That's fine. Publish email. Now, I'm wondering, can I just copy this? Let's see if I can just copy and paste. I can. Well, that makes things much easier. All right. Sorry, y'all. That was my little game. Let's see. So yeah, let's go and we'll go to the second line. So we'll paste one here because we already have it in the clipboard. Just line them up. And then place one here. I'm just using the arrow keys to just kind of line them up. All right. So we have receive visits. And then finally, contributions. Honey, can you leave that door open? It's getting a little warm. I'm sorry, y'all, with that. All these computers in here, it gets kind of warm. All right, so that should be it for that line. So let's go to skip a line, and we'll do member information. All right, and we just go back and Control B for bold, and we'll go ahead and put our line down as well. All right. So we can start with, did we skip a line? No, we didn't. We started right underneath. So first name, role, date of birth, email, ethnicity, first language, special needs. All right. Then I'll come over and start the new column. Now, why did they do that? Status at parish. Um, they have that extra line in there. It'll be what it'll be. I'm thinking I'm gonna add that down here. Ah, leave it how it is for now. We'll come back to that. So status at parish. Enter nickname.
They're gonna give you a new password, or your password always the same?
It should be the same. I didn't restart my computer or nothing, so it should be the same.
All right.
Under MASDN. Yeah, there you go. You want to take over and try to do something? I should have spaced that out. Work phone, cell phone. Jared, that's you?
Yeah, my bad. I was hooking up the mouse.
All right, let me know at any point you're ready to take over.
I will.
Okay, so we gotta add high school grad year. All right. So we do one space and then we go to sacrament information.
Yeah, bro, we gonna have to find somebody to do this for us.
Oh, you don't want to be doing this, huh?
No, this is ain't it.
All right, y'all. So anybody who does typing well or whatever, if you want
We will give you this job.
if you want a job typing up documents, we'll figure out a price or something to type out a document. We'll work that out. Sacrament information. But see when it's I mean for the longest time it's been just me, so I gotta do all this.
Exactly. We about to.
Sacrament information.
You have an echo.
It didn't sound like it just a second ago. I might though.
That's because. Let's see. This
Yeah.
is TV.
When you talk I don't hear an echo.
All right.
So now we're on okay, so we're on sacrament information. I don't know why they have a date line right there. I'm not gonna put that up with sacrament information. I'm gonna ask her what that line is for. That may be a dead line. We may not need that. So let's start off with Catholic. And I'm gonna copy one of these to paste in here. So all I did was right click copy, then I'm gonna control V for paste, and then I'm gonna use the arrow keys to just kind of put it to go. And that's pretty close to center. So Catholic. Um, I don't know what that means, reconciliation prep, but I'm probably not gonna know what a lot of this means. And then my other thing is, why do they have? Yeah, we're gonna restructure this. I'm not gonna do it exactly how they did it because we getting close to the end here. There's our page break. All right, reconciliation.
That's the last one, huh?
It is. It's the last section, but I
Let's
just
go.
like to have room because sometimes you may wind up having to space stuff out. Because
Hmm.
what's gonna have to happen is once I get this done, I'm gonna have to convert it into a PDF and then add the fields. So depending upon how the fields go, I may need to add some spacing and stuff like that. But we'll see. See.
You lying to me.
Tiliation. Oh, see, nope. That's you got to be careful. That's another line. Reconciliation prep and
Location.
location. Yeah, location is another line. So location there. And then see, I don't. Ah, I'm gonna insert. So if I right click on 31, I'm gonna insert a row. Yeah, let me just. I'm gonna go with it and leave that space for now, and just see how we wind up. So yeah, because confirmation is really our last line, so I don't think it's gonna make that big a difference. Uh, confirmation. doing a class on how to create a document, how to digitize a document, and how to post it on a website. All right, reconciliation prep, confirmation, and location. So we need what, about two more of these? So right click, copy, control V. You could have also did control, uh, I'm sorry, I'm like mine to be aligned. So I'm gonna just match it up and then come down. You could also did control V. There's no right and wrong way. It's just which way you want to do it. And I'm gonna do another control V. Again, I'm just using the arrows to match it up and then I go straight down. All right. Now for the location, we need to add our bottom line. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Again, bottom border, right? Now, 1, 2, 3. I can probably, huh, I'm wondering what that noise was. Anyway, we'll figure that out. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a message. That's all it was. Don't worry about that. Um, Trying to see where to start. So remember I said that line up here, that looks like that's a blank line. That's probably for Catholic. So just gonna go ahead and put that there. Now we're almost done, y'all. Yep, we're almost done with the page. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste our little squares in. 1, 2. So I need to catch this. Adrian speaking. Hello, hello. Nobody. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and paste one more time. Add in our last one. All right, baptism, location. All right, and just to make it, since we do have some room, I'm gonna go ahead and insert. So I'm right clicking on a number to insert another row. And then I'm gonna have to do the same thing at 36, I believe, to make it even. And we're just gonna bring this down and bring him down. All right, so baptism location, First Eucharist. Okay, Catholic marriage, location. Okay, what's off? Something's off. Why are they not matching up?
The box by confirmation.
Yep. So I'm gonna move that up. So I'm selecting from cell B37 and I'm hold the left click down, drag it over to E38. And then I'm gonna control X because I want to move it. I'm gonna select cell B36 and I'm gonna do control V, or you can right click and press paste. And that should move it to where we need it to be. And it did. So now everything's where it needs to be. So we also need to put our lines. So I'm gonna do bottom border, and then bottom border. All right, so that's our sheet. So let's go ahead and give this a name. I should have did that at first. Whenever you're doing a document, make sure to name it and save it at least one time first because Microsoft Office has an autosave feature. So it'll autosave it every so many minutes. That way, if your PC crashes or anything, you'll at least be like 5 minutes out or whatever the timer is set to that it auto saves. I'm sorry. So browse, and we're just gonna save this in documents. What am I gonna call this? What's the name of the sheet? I don't know what this sheet is called. CCE C registration form is what we'll call it for now. Now, the only thing that we're missing is the registration date. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that top line out. I'm gonna take this line out, and we can do that just by coming to no border. That takes the border out. But I'm also gonna add another line. Merge in center because I want this centered, and I'm gonna put the registration date. And I'm gonna insert. And now we can have our date down here. Let's just do these three. We merge in center and we put format date. So if you right click on a cell, you'll get options. If you left click, it'll select, as you can see here. But if you right click, you get a set of options. I'm gonna go to format cell and we're gonna tell it we want it in date. And this is just showing us the format that we want it in. I think that's fine. I really could have left that whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna just make the whole thing merge.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go back to format and just make sure that it is set to date since we readjusted, and that should be that. All right. So now, what are we missing? Look like we're missing a few lines, so let's go ahead and do those. So I'll start from here, do bottom. Now I wonder, there we go. I'm gonna see if I can cheat. Yep, it works. So if you select the cells with the line again, because it's sequential, it's just gonna bring that line down. Okay, bottom line, bottom line. And same thing for these. All right. Okay, now this one is bleeding a little bit into that, so I'm gonna need to go one font smaller. All right. So I think we are looking good. So let's get that ugly gray line out of there. Oh, painted it white on no fill. There we go. All right, so I think we have our form digitized. Everything looks good. So we go ahead and save. Since we made a few changes, now if we go to File, Print, that's how our form looks. So phase one complete. All right, excuse me. I'm not gonna do this on camera, but I need to.
Coronavirus.
Right. No, y'all, it's just my allergies, just my allergies. No corona over here. We've been being very safe. Haven't been going nowhere too much. And we have hand sanitizer, Lysol, and everything else. So use a little bit of my hand sanitizer. All right. All right. So I'm sorry, I got lost for a second. All right. So we have our form is digitized. Now the important part is two things. How do we get this on the site? And how do we get this to where they can fill it out? Because in Excel, we can't post the Excel spreadsheet on the site. We can, however, post a um Adobe PDF document on the site. Now, there's some different things you can use. There's DocuSign. There's what is it? DocuSign, Adobe Sign. That's another thing. Uh, what you think, Jay? Shouldn't they have a signature line on this? If they're sending a document, like shouldn't you sign your name saying since this seems to be like a legit document saying you submitted this information?
Make one with and one without.
Okay, so we will put I agree that all information submitted um what am I saying? No, that's wrong. I agree that all information submitted uh is yeah, thank you, honey. See, you are accurate to the best of my knowledge.
That's what I was saying, but I didn't know if you wanted to say all that. Cause all this is the thing to become a whatchamacallit, right?
No, it is, but whenever you have a document, you want people to basically say that, hey, look, what I'm putting on this document is truthful information. Because people be doing some forgeries. And I believe that absolves, like, if you do have wrong information, like, that's on you. Okay, so, and then we'll come down here. And we'll do emergent center. We'll do emergent center for the name.
Really, all they need is a date, name, and a date.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna put.
You're gonna do two separate lines, or you can do it all on one line.
I'm gonna do it on separate lines just to make it easier when we convert it. I mean, I guess I could. I could probably do that. Let's see. All right. I'm just going to insert a little line just to make that a little bit thicker. And I'm also going to bring this down to 10 just so that could fit, and I'll match it there just so they can look the same. All right. So I think we're looking good. I agree that all information submitted is accurate to the best of my knowledge. Signature and date. Yep, that's good enough. All right, so now is a test to see how good we did. All right, so file, save, so we can update this. Now we're going to, I didn't want to do that. Where does that even come from? Oh, you must have copied that. Pull it from your
Hmm.
computer since you, yeah, since your team viewed in. All right. So now we're going to save as Adobe PDF. All right. So here we go. And there's our clean form. See, now this is where it gets a little confusing because I've done forms where you have to fill out like just a signature and a date. This one's going to be my first one to do where you have to fill out all these different tabs. Oh, it looked like it got most of them. All right, let's see. We're going to, I guess, just jump right on in. Oh, it's always frustrating when learning something new. Now, this is a lot of times when people get discouraged because I don't know this particular program like talking about it. Okay. I'm literally learning this kind of as we go. I've done some stuff like it's really easy to make two little a signature and a date. As you can see, it picked it up, signature, date. And basically I would just hit Adobe sign and just be done. But we got some other things that we need addressed, like the check mark boxes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and deal with that. So first, let's see what type of field is this. That's gonna be a text field, family email, text field, home phone, uh, envelope number. And I don't know if envelope numbers have letters in it, so I'm gonna leave that as a text instead of just number. Emergency phone, field type, signature block title. Nope. I was looking to see if they had it named so that way what I'm trying to do is eliminate the possibility of errors and things happening. So the more I can take away from the person making the error, the more I want to do. So I was hoping they had like a number. section on here, but it does not look like they have that. So date of birth too, that's not, it's email. Okay, date of birth. We don't need date of birth 1 and 2. It's not multiple date of births. Go down to date of birth 3. What is that? Ethnicity. Control A for select all. Type out our wording. ETHNICITY. Yeah, you want to just make sure that all of your titles are correct. Nickname, gender, first language, maiden name. We don't want maiden name 1. Take that out. Birthplace. Work phone. Cell phone. All right.
So you customizing how they can sign these each line online.
Pretty much just putting the labels on them. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, I almost forgot. Got to put our marks. See that not that's gonna be a slight issue. And this what I was worried about with the spacing. So we may want to put a space in between there. Damn, I don't feel like doing all that again. I might just leave it. We'll come back to that later. We may just leave it for now. We'll try to do the same thing. All right. So there's a few things I may go back and fix later. I'm not gonna do it right now, because this is just for you to get the idea. But I may go back and just kind of space those out. Just insert a line in between here, and that'll space those out. I think these are fine. All right. So edit, go to properties. We're gonna do date and tell this one we want it to be a signature line.
Can you add the month on the date thing?
What do you mean?
You know how when you could pick the date by looking through the calendar?
It does not look like I can do that here. At least I don't know of a way just yet. So, I'll look into that and see if, you know, we can do that another time. But I know what you're talking about. It's like you
I was
click
just,
on it, it pops up the
yeah,
little calendar.
I was just interested.
I'm gonna just put this down here and just see what happens. Nope. So let me just delete that.
You thought you had found it.
Yeah. All right. So the preview looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with the preview. So now the question is, now that we have it,
Do you need those boxes to check?
which one?
The ones by the sacrament information.
I mean, they have them in there.
But I'm thinking they use them as like separation blocks. Because each new one is a block.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean.
You know, like you have one, two, three, four.
Right.
Each block is like one of those one, two, three, four.
So what are you asking me to take off the blocks?
No, you made them clickable.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you don't have to
Why wouldn't you have them and they have it on the form?
because they're not boxes you check off. They're made to separate. They put them in there like separational. I see
Mm,
our Catholic box because you don't have to click Catholic. You just sign it what they ask for.
no, they have a thing and a date. So that'll be a question. Let me call Linda because she'll know. So that way I don't have to go back and redo this if
Because everything has to be filled out. You see what I'm saying? Why would you click it? What is
hey
bringing you
Linda, hey, I'm working on I want to say it's the registration sheet
for the
and under the sacrament information, do people need to click those boxes or are they there just for separation purposes? Yeah, no, we can do it. I'm just trying to see if they're for separation purposes or they need to be clickable. That's all. So they do need to be clickable. Okay. All righty. Thank you much. Bye bye. Yeah. Yeah. No, I put I replaced one of the things, so it may be like I said, the signal would probably get a little weaker, or it may not. But we basically just lost one of the things. But if he can still get it, then that works out perfect. That means it's stronger than what we thought. So that's a plus. So we really don't have to go to the new system if y'all don't want to if it's working. We can look at that at a later time. Okay, but yeah, I'm working. Uh huh. Oh, Jared Linda says she liked the transition. We live right now. We actually editing that form live on Facebook. Yeah. Tomorrow's 2 o'clock. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah, she said she liked your transition in the video,
Alright.
but no, she said they're click. They need to be clickable. So all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to save. I'm gonna do a save as. We're gonna go to documents, and I'm gonna call this revision 1. Okay, now the question becomes how 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 do we put this on the site is the next question. So we have our form, it's fillable. How do we get it to our site?
You put it on the phone. You on the site as a PDF, a
Um, we're
clickable
definitely
PDF.
we're definitely gonna put it on the site as a PDF. Um, they also say share a link to this file.
Mm.
Hey ma. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and open up. I'm gonna open it up on my other screen just because I don't know if it shows my password. I don't want nobody in my stuff. So edit site.
How many more weeks do you got to do?
Oh my goodness. I'm not doing these on live. I'm just doing this one to show people how to get this done. Um but I'm not doing all of them online. I'm probably gonna take your advice and find somebody that don't mind typing and give them like $5 or $10 per page or something like that to go ahead and do this portion because I hate typing. I swear I hate typing. All right, so now we're the website editor that we're using for this particular person is Wix, right? And now I'm gonna open this up because I have to see where we're gonna put this. We're probably gonna have to make a new page,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just call it forms.
Forms. and registrations
Yeah, I'll just call it registration forms.
forms. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that'll work. So, gonna add page.
yeah.
So now I'm not going to really put a design. Well, I might as well. I might as well do that now. Let's see. I'll do something simple for now and then come back and fill it in later. So I'll use this little piece as kind of our template. Um, and I'm gonna come back and replace this with something with church. Matter of fact, let me see. I don't know if they're gonna have because I have pictures of them, but I gotta find them. I have so many pictures I gotta go through. But just for right now, let's see if I can get a church picture.
One that's inside,
Which one?
the one to the second over, one more to the right. Any one of
That one.
those. Yep, that look
All
like
right.
that's in there.
All right. And then we'll change the background color to a color that they actually use. And we'll go a little bit darker brown to contrast. Yeah, my my wife, she don't she don't want me to see. She look like a Powerpuff Girl right now. Girl, ain't nobody worried about you. I mean, they could see like over there. So if you, yeah, I don't know why people be tripping about real life, bro. Crazy. Anyway,
Cause it could become a meme quick.
yeah, that's true. I guess I don't be
You could
worried
go
about that kind of
viral in
stuff.
2 seconds.
Um, so for right now, we're just gonna call this.
You think you need Tylenol?
Um, what is it? I'm sorry, I got distracted. What are we naming this? Crap. Registration form. All right, so gonna have to make that a tad bit smaller. All right, I think that'll work.
Yeah.
And I don't think we need this little text area. And then we'll go ahead and upload.
Can we make each? That's what you about to do, huh?
What? Tell me what you're thinking.
Make each individual one.
Oh yeah, definitely. You talking about each form?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so revision one. I'm gonna open and plug that in.
It hurt that bad.
Okay. All right. I guess this would just be a standard church registration form. So for right now, I'm going to leave it in the middle and I am going to add some text. Do something simple. I'll probably come clean this up or do a little bit more with it later. But for now, this will be fine. And because we're on something fairly dark, I wanted to contrast, so we'll go to white. Let's make it central. And to make sure it's centralized, I'll bring that to the edge. Bring that to the edge. That makes sure that everything's perfectly centered. Go to preview. Somebody's trying to get some information. I'm gonna have to check my computer. Something's trying to send some information out. Well, malware bytes is catching it. Love malware bytes, y'all. It's an awesome antivirus program. All right, so let's
Wait,
go
somebody
ahead.
trying to get us?
Yeah, somebody something's trying to send information outbound. So I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit later, see what that is.
That's your computer or mine?
Nah, that's mine. All right. So now when we click it, this is how it shows up. So see now, yeah, we can fill it out. So this is perfect. Now the question becomes, once we fill it out, hmm, okay, so we have it on the website. So ultimately, we're in a small. I don't. Well, we're not. We're done, but we're not done. So we have it on the website. It's fillable, right? We can fill out the information and stuff like that. So all that's looking good. My question is, once we fill it out, how does it get
How do we get
to?
it to them?
Yeah, how do we get it to go to them? See, if you did, although Google Forms could not get the form to look nothing nowhere near like this, at the end of it, you would have a submission and it would basically send it to an email of our choosing, but that is not the case here. So we
We have,
have an extra added challenge of
is it
Trump.
in the editor
What you mean?
when you was adding all the stuff?
I didn't see anything, but let's go back. Let's see. So if we did Adobe Sign, add signers specifically where you want them to fill and sign and have recipients return. I mean, this is what we want,
So that's what you gotta go with.
but we don't have recipients right now. Like we want anybody to be able to sign. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Add recipients in order you wish to the document to be signed. We want anybody to be able to come
Right.
and sign this document.
Mhm.
Let's see more options. Okay, that doesn't matter. The message doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna close this out because that's not gonna be what we want. Now, the easiest thing is the person can fill it out, save it, and then email it. But again, I'm just trying to limit the amount of work because that takes a certain level of knowledge of the person filling out the form, and not everybody's going to know how to do all that. And specifically, what I'm talking about. Oh, where do we go? Where you at? Where you at? I gotta find you. Okay, specifically, what I'm talking about. If they go and they open this, right? Let's say we fill out a test. Okay, so now what would have to happen is the person would have to print and make basically print their own PDF, right? So if you printed your own PDF, this is going to save the PDF filled out on your computer, but then they would have to email it to Corpus Christi. And I don't want the
Yeah, that,
client to have to do that because not
and,
everybody's going to know how to do that.
and none of them gonna have a printer.
Well, no, no, no. Even though you're printing, you're only printing to PDF, so which means it's going to save it to your computer, so you don't need a printer for that portion. When they print a PDF, it's going to save it as a filled out PDF document on their end. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
Now,
I
if I
mean,
change this to something else, then that would be, well, I don't have any printers installed on this particular computer because I just swapped out my printer and I haven't added it yet. But yeah, so saving to print to PDF will only save the file to the computer, but then they have to know how to go ahead and email. So that's what I'm trying to eliminate. But this is perfect because this is what I want to accomplish. I want the file to look like the file they submitted. So if you see this file looks exactly like the file. Let's see, where is it? We had it. Do we have to go back and drive? Yeah. So it looks pretty much close to this file right here. And let me resize it. See, that looks just like that file. Versus if we did it in a Google form, it's going to look, where's my Google form? We don't need that anymore. Um, okay, so my Google form, I must have lost it, but it's not going to look the same. But we'll have the submission. So now I got to think about how to handle this. Now there is DocuSign, and um, I may have to call Adobe to see if there's a way to have people do this because there's got to be a way, right? It can't be just like you email people, and I mean that wouldn't technically be bad because right now people are calling in to ask for the documentation. Then she tells them to come out and print it out. So technically, I could have her email them, and I believe she has a subscription to Adobe Sign, which then she could have them sign it. Um, but no, I want to make it easier. So this is one of the downsides right now to going through it with the Adobe side. Now, if there's a way, which I may have to come back later and explain, I'll put in the comments under this. Um, or even make a video answer to. But the question is from Adobe: is there a way we can have people sign this, or anybody sign it, and send it to a particular email? That's going to be the next question.
Click. What you
Click
on
what?
this? It say click send for signatures in the lower right corner.
Where you see that at? But even still, we're not trying to send. We want people to come and be able to just fill out the form. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Like where do you see that at? I see send for comments. I don't see send for signature. Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. Again, it can be done, but you know, it's just that we're gonna have to rely on people to have a little bit more knowledge than what I anticipated. So there's got to be other form programs out there. All right, so this is all part of my process, y'all. This is part of research and figuring stuff out, right? So I am glad that we have the digital copy, because at a very minimum, let's say someone came into the office and needed to fill this out, she could literally pull this up on the internet and they could fill it out, or they could fill it out on their phone. So that's one thing, but we're just trying to take it to that next level. Let's see. I knew they was gonna bring me to Google Forms. All right, you think you can make it in Google Form? Oh, you're not connected anymore, huh?
Yeah, I'm connected. I'm looking.
You connected on TeamView?
I'm not.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I saw the window pop up.
I'm
Um
moving your
oh
mouse.
yeah. Yep, you sure are. I don't know why they popped up. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let you go through the Google Forms and we'll kind of see the difference and do some comparisons at the end. All right. So we're going to do a blank form, and I'm going to let you run with it. So here is your form to look after. We can close that because we don't need that. We'll go off of the PDF document. So you have to create this form on Google.
What?
It's not as hard as it looks. So go ahead and give it the title. So the title would be registration forms or Corpus Christi registration form. Actually, you know what? Just to make it short, CCEC, Corpus Christi Epiphany Church, CCEC registration form.
Alright.
Now, again, if anybody watching knows about this, has any info they can give us on this, by all means, this is a learning channel. This is a learning cast, if you will. So, feel free to drop your input in the comments. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to get people in here that has knowledge about this, grow these type of things out. It's all learning, y'all. Nobody can give a bad answer. Okay. Okay. So now, uh, I would say so. There's got to be a way to make sections, right? So let's see. No, that's just add a question, import questions, add a title. So I want to add a title. We're going to call this family information. All right. So there's our title. Huh? Kind of, sort of. Why? I mean, I can pause for a second because I'm gonna let Jared do this part. All
Yeah.
right. So look, we got our title, right? So then you're gonna come and you're just gonna use this little section over here. So you want to add a question next, right? So our title is family information, and we add a question.
Hmm.
All right. Now we want family title to be above that, obviously. So see where the little dots are. If you grab it and drag it up, you see what happens.
Hmm.
All right. So go ahead and type in for question one. Go ahead and put last name. All right. And it
So
already
wait.
recognized that it's a short answer. So you can choose what type. Is it going to be a short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkbox, whatever, right here.
Hmm.
So last name, short answer. So now you have to do the next one, which is family email. So go to plus.
So this is gonna be automatically saved.
Uh huh. So put your next line. You're gonna have to do one for every line.
You change family email to family information.
No, family information is the title. See at the top, it starts with family information.
Yeah.
So you need to add in family email,
All right.
and it doesn't matter which order you do them in, because we can rearrange them. All right. So go ahead and start making these, and I'll be right back. But if you in there, you're gonna be. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Me and Jared just Oh yeah, I can imagine because you've had her for a while now. All right, you look like you're getting it.
You can't make it to where they fill out how you want them to fill out,
What you mean?
like you was doing on that that one. Like for phone number, you could make them all answer with numbers.
Oh, I think you can. Which one you trying to do? Like envelope?
Well, home phone.
Oh yeah, no. See, this one don't have it either. So no, just continue on that one, and we're gonna look at another one in a second.
You gotta change envelope over here.
Oh, I misspelled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do the spacing anyway, so I'm gonna go back and check that as well. But thank you. Yeah, make a note of that. All right, be muted for a second.
I'm doing it right.
Yeah, no, you're doing it right.
Even by adding the
Yeah, because we can separate it later. We don't
I'm
you
talking
don't
about
have to address information.
it's not a you can't answer that.
No, so that should be member information. See as your second section down here, member information, that should start that.
I thought that was here.
Oh, I didn't even catch that I did that. So yeah, no, you're right. I didn't put a line right there.
Line
So
right
you
there.
called something that I didn't do. So I need to go back and fix that as well.
All right. Check. But I was making sure I was separating them. That's all.
Yeah, no, you're doing good.
All right. So I'm done with that. So I'm adding up. All right, I'm done.
All right. So now let's see. First Eucharist. Now, how we gonna handle that? Because they got location. See, we got to add a
You have to
section for
write
them,
it.
huh?
They just have to write it.
Nah, but we need a space for them to write it. You see what I'm saying?
Short answer, huh?
Okay, do that. Yep, that's what we need. That's how it was. Well, people, people don't have this in their home. They really don't. So, and then I even got the lights like they got around the ceiling. I got it in the back. So, and we just talking about the computer. So, I mean, y'all can't see it, but let's see. There we go. So that is a custom built computer that I built.
Oh, he flexing.
I'm not trying to flex. I'm just showing the
Oh,
people what we talking about. But no, I just haven't stopped working long enough to tackle it. But yeah, but encased in what? Because even if you just run a tube, it's gonna look a certain way. Oh, that's yeah. It'd be time to pick up Jasmine right now. That's that computer. No, that goes with that. They don't they don't sell that one anymore. Yeah. Ah, this was only 59. Surprisingly, it wasn't that much. It's not that. It's just a preference, really. I could go with wireless, but sometimes wireless acts a little bit janky to me. So when you're doing certain things, yeah, you don't want it to not work or whatever.
all right. You gotta clean up my mess.
Okay, tell me where you're at and what's going on.
I messed up your computer.
You didn't mess nothing up. If you want, you talking about this? Okay, so this is called the Windows Snap feature. If you left click at the top and then drag it to the left or right hand side of the screen, see that silhouette? If you let it go, it automatically halves it up on whichever side of the screen you send it to.
Yeah, that's how I have it, but it got out of it. It didn't look like this no more. That's all I was like.
Yeah,
But then I forgot I had your thing full screen just now.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just filling all the stuff that got the option thing on there.
Mm, that's fine. I mean, this ain't nothing special. We doing a class. He rocking it out over there. He making a Google form. Yeah. Where's Jared? Jared home, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. Can you hear her?
Yeah, I hear her.
Yeah, he can hear you.
First lady.
You heard her?
Mhm.
She said, "How much money you got?"
Not enough.
He said, "Not enough." But yeah, no, there's all kind of stuff I have him learning right now. He probably feel like he in the Matrix, downloading all that info. Mm-mm. Yeah. What you mean when you say a nice case? Oh, this costed me close in between 25 and 3. Yeah. I landed somewhere up in there. I'd have to pull up the paperwork, but you could. It's just that okay, so this yeah, most of these components can go in a regular case, but the case is nothing. So the case don't even matter. You could start off with this case. This case is on like $50. Um, so I'm gonna put y'all over here just to try to see. Well, actually, I can't because the wiring. But anyway, 150. The case is nothing. Um, unless they went up, but normally that case is like 150 bucks. But this this kind of stuff, these are like the bells and whistles, the lights and all that kind of stuff. Those are what make it the price go up. But you don't have to start off with that. Now you do want to start off with like that video card. Um, you're not gonna give too much on the motherboard. You want to get that motherboard. You want to get the hard drive. We can kind of play with. I think that hard drive was like three something, 300. No. Mm-mm.
Adrian.
Yeah. Oh, I see. There you go.
I'm trying to mess with this. I can't get it.
See, we're gonna have to do an interview for Mama talking about her business. Well, you're still doing your services, right? Why? People do business out of their home all the time. Or is it just because of the type of business it is? Okay. Oh yeah, no, for that, yeah, I got you. Right. All right. What part you having trouble on?
I'm just trying to get black, white, Asian, Mexican.
Ooh, that didn't take. Oh, here we go. So maybe add an option. There you go. It'd be little stupid knickknacks. Oh, so hit add an option. There you go.
Oh, I get you. I get it. What do you usually say?
Black, white, Hispanic.
You sure?
I
Let
think.
me, uh, I don't want to offend nobody.
Right. See, that's crazy that we didn't got that. Like nobody means that in a derogatory way. We're just talking about ethnicity. Um, but it's crazy how sensitive society has gotten about these things. But yeah, I would think it would be black, white, like Asian. I know you don't put like Latino. I know that's kind of offensive in some to some people. So I
It
think
is
it's
Hispanic slash Latino.
oh, that's what it is. Okay. So what
But
we got? Black, white, which dude, I still can't understand this. Why did they call us black and we brown? Like who thought of that? It's foolishness.
You never seen no black people, man.
Right.
Buddy is was black.
Oh man, it's so crazy. Um, because in this world, I can understand being financially separated, but to judge somebody on the color of their skin is like the most stupidest thing in the world to me. Like literally, that has no bearing on anything. I can understand the intellectual divide. I can understand the financial divide. I can understand a lot of different divides, but I can't for the life of me understand why would you make a divide on skin color. It's ridiculous. Ooh, we had 2.5 hours, boy. This is a long. It's a long little cast. I know ain't nobody gonna watch all this. I'll be shocked if somebody watched this all the way through.
Why you gotta let me cut it up?
But how do we do this? Because we make it live.
We have to record.
Yeah, that we would have to do that. But see, the other part is I gotta figure out because we haven't had nobody jump in a live viewer or the comments. I was hoping we can get people to jump in there and like ask questions and stuff like that, and we be answering different questions and stuff. But
This is gonna come.
yeah,
Gotta build it up.
because I know there's people out there who need it. Because I run into people who asking questions all the time, but they don't ever like.
That's how we gotta like promote it, and then
Yeah, now that I kind of suck at. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been the best promoter.
well, you didn't promote this. This is actually work you have to do. So you just be like when when you about to work on this, like 30 minutes before going live. You want to learn PDF, going live in 30 minutes. That's all you gotta do, really. Hour before. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic. Let me hurry up so we can get the Photoshop.
Oh, we gonna go into Photoshop? I'm about that life.
Let's get the boring work out the way first.
Right? No, right. That's why I wanted to start with this because this is killing me. It's like watching paint dry. I mean, but it got to get done. If we don't do it, it ain't gonna get done.
I shouldn't have opened my damn mouth.
Huh?
I said I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
Why you say that?
We wouldn't have got this boring. That's enough people, huh? We don't got that many people around us.
I don't think so.
I gotta say Indian though, because we do have Indian. Ain't that native?
No.
No, American Indian. That's disrespectful. You can never, there's no such thing as an American Indian. 'Cause they been here.
Right?
If anything, we
Well, we got dragged over here.
some of us.
Well, at least our ancestors did. And it don't have to be perfect right now because we're just doing this for the um basically the how to. This is just for people to kind of understand how to. But
Mm.
we can always come back and correct things and fix things up. I am hungry. Oh, I gotta find out if y'all got practice. Sorry, y'all. I'm eating peanuts. I'm getting hungry over here. Sure.
All right, I'm done. I think
Okay, and you put a signature spot in?
that would be a title.
No. Now where did that go?
Could they fill this one out?
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to show. I'm just wondering where did this other piece go?
What other piece?
I just pressed new.
It's gonna be at the bottom.
I went to the bottom. I didn't see it. See, add question. I added another one.
Well, it's at the top.
Yep, it went to the top. So I'm gonna delete one because we don't need it. I'm gonna take that one, come all the way to the bottom.
Stop.
We're gonna change it to. I could have swore I saw signature on here. I guess not. All right, so we have it. We have it done. So now we need to save it. Okay, now Google's a little bit different. They don't always have save, so I guess everything is just done. So let's go to preview. So this is how theirs is, right? But now we should have a. They gotta have a signature line. That's crazy. Collect email address, response receipts. So basically, we're not gonna restrict it to people in it's me. This is gonna be real dumb if they don't have that option. Nope, it does not look like it have that option. But anyway, the biggest thing is that so now that we have it here, if you filled it out, see, it would send me an email versus the other one, it won't send you an email. So you see the difference?
So that's the one we're gonna go with.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to talk with Linda and see how does she want to proceed. Let me answer this real quick. Adrian speaking. Yeah, Miss Issa. Okay. Yeah. I just actually got your number from Connie again because it got lost in a text. But I am in the middle of a class right now. But soon as I'm done with the class, I'll see about remoting in. If you want to make things go a little bit faster, just make sure you have TeamViewer loaded on your computer. Or if you're not comfortable, just wait for me to call and I'll instruct you on how to do that. TeamViewer, TEAM VIEWER. Um, yeah, T is in Tom, EAM, Team Viewer. Uh-huh. Okay. And it'll probably be another hour or two, but once we're finished this, I'll call you and we'll get that situated. Okay. Yeah. Hello, G. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that. But I think we're gonna pause it here. Um, we're literally at 2.5 hours at this point, and we're kind of at a crossroads. So we have our different forms, right? We have this one, which we have loaded onto the site. It does what we wanted to do in terms of the functionality of the form. People can come and fill it out. But the problem is if they don't know how to save the form, then email it back to Corpus Christi, that's going to be a problem. So we want to make it to where the people don't have to have that knowledge. Okay. We want to make it to where it's pretty straightforward. Now, the Google form, which is on the left hand side, basically you go through, you fill it out, and it's going to email them automatically um the answers to all these questions, but it's not going to be in a nice neat format like this. It's just going to be in a list format, basically just like we have here. Okay, so yeah, we're at a crossroads, so I got to do a little bit more research. I don't want to drag this out any longer, since we've been on here 2.5 hours. But if you have questions or concerns, call and we can talk about them. We'll be back in a little bit doing a Photoshop session. So, all right, Jay, break for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and do a about 30 minutes, and we'll do a Photoshop session.